Please like and subscribe.
The letter, worn at the edges and damp with tears, trembled in Ethan's hand. The words, stark and raw, echoed in the quiet of his apartment. I'm sorry I abandoned you as a child. Son, I owe you a lifetime of apologies. It was signed simply, Dad. Ethan hadn't seen his father since he was 5. A blurry memory of a lanky figure with a winning smile, fading into a haze of confusion and the sting of abandonment. His mother, a pillar of quiet strength, had raised him alone, her lips sealed around the truth of his father's absence. Now, the truth, raw and unvarnished, lay bare on the kitchen counter, a truth that opened a Pandora's box of questions and a storm of emotions. Anger, betrayal, a hollow ache of longing, they all swirled within him, threatening to consume him. Days turned into weeks, the letter a constant companion. Ethan wrestled with the urge to confront his father, to scream his pain and demand answers. But another part of him, the child who still craved a father's love, hesitated. Could forgiveness be possible, even after all these years? One evening, a knock on the door startled him. It was a man older, his hair streaked with gray, but the smile in his eyes, hesitant yet hopeful, was unmistakable. Ethan's heart hammered in his chest. The reunion was awkward, filled with long silences and unspoken apologies. His father, David, spoke of a youthful mistake, a cascade of bad choices that led him down a dark path. He spoke of his regret, a constant ache that had grown with every passing year. Ethan listened, his initial anger giving way to a quiet sadness. He saw the remorse etched on his father's face, the years of yearning reflected in his eyes. It wasn't easy, the road to reconciliation. There were arguments, tears, and moments of raw vulnerability. But slowly, haltingly, a bridge began to form. They shared stories, hesitant at first, then flowing freely. Ethan learned about his father's life, the struggles and triumphs, the moments he had missed being a part of. David, in turn, listened intently to Ethan's dreams, his fears, the man he had become despite his father's absence. The path to healing wasn't linear. There were setbacks, moments when old wounds reopened. But with each conversation, each shared experience, the bond between them strengthened. They learned to forgive, not just each other, but themselves. Years later, sitting on Ethan's porch, watching his children play, David squeezed his son's shoulder. I may have missed your childhood, son, he said, his voice thick with emotion, but I won't miss your life. Thank you for giving me a chance. Ethan smiled, tears welling up in his eyes. He had found his father. Yes, but more importantly, he had found a piece of himself that had been missing for so long. The journey had been arduous, paved with pain and forgiveness, but the destination, a bond built on love and understanding, made it all worthwhile. In the end, they had found not just reconciliation, but a chance to write a new chapter in their story, a chapter filled with hope, laughter, and the warmth of finally being together.